The statue on UNC campus of a Confederate soldier is known as Silent Sam. It was erected in 1913 as a memorial to the 321 alumni who lost their lives in the Civil War. More than 1,000 members of the university fought in the Civil War, which comprised at least 40% of the student body at that time.
This statue is of a Confederate soldier holding a rifle, honoring those who fought. The sculptor John Wilson decided not to include a cartridge box on the soldier's belt, which symbolizes that the soldier cannot fire his gun. This is where the nickname Silent Sam is derived. On the front of the statue, in bronze, there is an image of a student leaving his books and studies to go to war and answer the call to duty. Next to him is a woman who was meant to signify North Carolina, depicted advising students to fight for an important cause, even if it means sacrificing your studies.
Oh gosh. From a war?
Definitely a historical figure.
I know he was like a Confederate soldier, but that's really all I got, I think. Some controversy around it, I know that. Yeah.
I have heard that he was a part of the Confederacy in the Civil War.
I know that there's a lot of controversy surrounding it, and I know a lot of people don't want it to be on this campus.
It's a memorial to like some of the soldiers, or all the soldiers that went to fight in the Civil War from North Carolina. So I don't think he's one person. He kind of embodies all of the Southern student body who went.
You know, I know all about Julian Carr's speech about how he whipped the Negro wench until her dress hung in tatters. I know around that time there was kind of a big push for kind of the breaking down, taking away of rights of black North Carolinians, but black Southerners kind of across the region in general.
Go ahead. Memorial to the Confederate soldiers who died during the Civil War.
I think it represents the Confederate soldiers and commemorates them, but I don't really necessarily think that it's the right place to have this statue here, at least.
Anti-blackness, promotion of slavery, the preservation and expansion of slavery, not only in the American South, but Central America and all the other places the Confederacy was looking to expand to.
I personally think that it represents just the soldiers who went to fight. I don't think it represents a Confederate cause. I think it represents the individuals who dedicated their lives to go and fight for their state, not for the cause of the whole Confederacy.
Lasting tribute to an attempt to rob people of their human rights, take their human rights from them, and preserve a hierarchical society and system, regionally and nationally.
Personally, I don't know too much about it. I think it stands for fallen soldiers in the Civil War. I could be wrong there.
I mean, the assumption is that it's in memory of the fact that this university was around during the Civil War. It's a Southern university, and so it's up for families that had soldiers that were fighting.
And I always kind of understood the monument as a testament to that, an attempt to try to reassert white domination and supremacy in the area.
And it does honor the Confederacy. If you go and look on that canteen, it says CSA. There's no question about what this is about. And it was erected, 1913. And that was a really racist period. And so I'd like to see it come down.
Well, I know that a lot of, I guess it was last semester, I saw a ton of people out here with Confederate flags and waving them around, and then people saying that it made them feel inferior by seeing this statue and things like that, and targeted them based on their race or things of their history, I guess.
Yeah, I was here for the when they had the whole Confederate rally. That was in the fall. I can't remember what month it was. I was here for that. I was protesting the pro-Confederate stance. It seemed like there was more people protesting than there was celebrating the Confederate flag and all that. I mean, I think when you can have productive dialogue, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a person who believes that you need to have, everyone needs to think the same way. But I appreciated the fact that there is a dialogue actually happening on campus about it. So, I was happy to be part of it.
No.
I think that since he's part of history, I think that is really important. I think that some of those things should be kept there just because they're part of the history of the university.
Yeah, I personally would like to see it taken down and replaced with a World War II soldier.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's part of history, and like now that it's here, like, sure, like it shows how like much we've, or like how much times have changed. The fact that we're arguing over it this much, but
ultimately, I think we should take a neutral view when it comes to history. So I don't agree with whitewashing anything. So I would keep it up just as a conversation starter.
I don't think it needs to be taken down. I don't think so.
Absolutely not.
yeah, I would agree with that. I think you learn from the past, and when you just like pull down certain statues, I think that's just kind of erasing points in history, and you have to acknowledge that it happened, and then leaving it up isn't like that you're supporting it. It is just a part of history, and that's kind of is what it is.
But why honor it today?
Why honor anything today? You interviewing me?
I think it's a good reminder of like what was fought, like why both sides were fighting, and I think it's something that we need to be reminded of so that we can move on in the future.
Personally, I would like for it to stay here. While it's certainly a debatable topic, I don't consider it to be a racist symbol. I mean, it's part of our heritage. You can take it down, do away with it, say it never happened, but it did.
I don't think it necessarily needs to be torn down. I wouldn't be sad if it got torn down. I would appreciate and like to see something that kind of contextualizes where it came from, why it's up there, you know, kind of a historical placement of what it meant at the time that it was put up.
Now, it says 2016. I don't see any reason why we should honor the Confederacy. Even though I had a great-grandparent in